Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Giants Outsiders episode 55. We're in the building. Yours truly, the hardest voice in sports, the muscle of the Giants community, Fist Vegas. And I'm joined by Copizzle, the 60-minute man, the sharpest sports bettor on the planet, the last of the Mohicans of the Daniel Jones supporters.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, baby?
What's up, Fizz? Yeah, I actually got thrown in Twitter jail.
Damn, what you do?
Talking shit. I get in there and I start just chirping. They can't handle that heat. Can't handle it, man. It's all because of Daniel Jones. They can't handle that heat.
You're doing too much.
I mean, it's. I don't know. The thing is, my issue is, or where I'm coming at is, all right. So if you want to replace Daniel Jones, that's fine. That's like, if you want to feel that way, that's fine. I'm gonna feel the way I feel, which is not replace him, and we can have our differences and live on two different sides of the street. That's fine. The problem is majority of the people, at least on Twitter, that is. Majority of those people are replace Daniel Jones, like they anti-Daniel Jones. And so they want to gang up and attack you and start making it personal. And then you say stuff that's personal back to them and they can't handle that heat. Then they go cry to their mama, which is a Twitter police. And then you got to sit in timeout because they can't handle that shit.
That's exactly
you know what I got put in. You know what I got put in timeout for, Fizz? You know what I got, or what I got put in? This guy told me. Matter of fact, it's that geek ass Mike Too Nice that's on YouTube a lot. He do stuff with the Antichrist. Anyway,
you still beefing with him?
No, I didn't even that's what I'm saying. He came out of nowhere. Like I was just minding my own business, just tweeting what I was tweeting, and this dumbass comes out of nowhere, starts talking shit, and then he wants to talk about, oh, Pizzle, you almost 40 years old. And you know what I said, Fizz? As I said, yeah. Being almost 40 makes me a dangerous man. It means I can bang your mom or I can bang your girl. It don't matter. This is true. And it's fucking hilarious. That's a hilarious thing to say to somebody. You know what he did? He crawled up underneath the pillow and cried to the Twitter police because he thought I was going to bang his mama.
Oh, what a pussy.
That's a pussy move. Don't be talking about you Jersey tough. And then I tell you, hey, I'm thinking about banging your mama with some meatballs on it, and you mad about it.
What a pussy. Yeah.
And Twitter gives me 12 hours in Twitter jail. They didn't even give me a week. They gave me 12 hours. And it's all because I made some tweets about Daniel Jones and he didn't like it and he makes it personal. Well, then Pizzle makes it personal back. It's so stupid. I mean, I just can't stand these geeks. I come up from a different time period, Fizz, where we used to talk shit and we said some nasty shit and that. And now today's world, they can't handle that stuff. They can't handle it when you get a little aggressive with them. Like they just can't handle. They can't handle a little bit of heat. That's why I like Twitter. That's why I like doing shit with you, Fizz, because I can say what the hell I want to, and you can say what the hell you want to, and we ain't got to be bitches about it. We ain't got to be crybabies about it. We ain't got to be acting like that. It's crazy, man. And then they just make up stuff. And then I don't even want to name some names. They just making up stuff. People just make up stuff. They just put it out there. And then it just so happens that when people make up stuff, I just happen to be in Twitter jail. I wonder why they're making up stuff when I'm in Twitter jail.
Well, we can say this for sure though. Mike Too Nice, you pussy.
He's a pussy, man.
You pussy. Mike Too Nice is pussy. We can say that for certain.
Most content creators are, Fizz. Like that's just the truth. Like most,
I've been known that.
Most of them are. It's like if you say something stupid, well, I got every right to say you stupid, and then you can say that back at me. But the problem is that when you get personal and I get personal, you can't cry foul because Fizz, I still live under the premise that I'll let you swing first. But if you swing and you don't get me, I'm gonna get you back. That's so I let you get the first shot, but you better put me down. If you don't put me down, you're mine. Period.
Don't work like that nowadays.
If you say something low blow to me, I'm coming right back at you. So if you can't handle it, don't say nothing bad. Don't say nothing stupid. Period.
Nah, I don't work like that nowadays, Pizzle. Now they just cry to the internet gatekeepers and get people suspended and shit. It don't work like that no more, man.
I'm not even kidding you. That's what I got put up because I said I was gonna bang your mama.
There's this one GIF on Twitter that I use a lot, Pizzle, to avoid situations like this. It's this GIF. It's from Seinfeld when the dude threw the boombox at Jerry and it said "Shut the fuck up." I just use that GIF. I don't even respond to people like when they say something disrespectful. I just send that GIF with the STFU in it, and they getting hit in the face of the boombox. Like, because I know if I say something, bro. Last time I got suspended was when I clapped at the haters when Daniel Jones signed that $40 million contract. I literally couldn't take my victory lap on Twitter because I got banned. I got thrown in Twitter jail like 5 minutes after he signed his contract for telling people suck my dick. Ha 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 ha. He got us 40 million. I got thrown in Twitter jail and I said, all right, from now on, I'm not responding to nobody. I'm not going to disrespect nobody on Twitter no more because obviously Elon Musk is pussy as well. He was supposed to give us our freedom of speech back. As long as we ain't threatening nobody with physical violence, we were supposed to be able to say whatever the hell we wanted to say. But obviously, he's still catering to motherfucker feelings. So
if I'm not saying something that saying I'm gonna bang your mama don't seem like I should get 12 hours. But whatever. I didn't even care. I don't even care like that. It's not even like something I go like, oh shit, I'm mad. I'm gonna. You know,
are you gonna be okay?
I'm perfectly fine.
Because you be on Twitter a lot.
I know.
You be tweeting a lot.
Oh shit! Like that's what the people don't understand. I like confrontation, Fisk. Like I like it. Like stop saying I won't say it to your face because I will. Like I'm built like that. I literally will do it. I want to do it. Like people don't understand. Like I thirst for it. Like they don't understand. Like I like Like I don't live in a world of peace, Fisk. I live in a world of confrontation.
My man Pizzle be waking up choosing violence.
Yeah,
7 days a week.
Violence. Hey, I mean, that's why I keep going back over there because I like violence.
I understand, Pizzle. I really do. I like violence too, but I'm tired of getting banned on Instagram and Twitter, so I just be letting motherfuckers live, man.
The problem is when you say lie, when you don't tell the truth, then it's like, all right, you can't play with me. I'm cool as long as you tell the truth. If you don't tell the truth, then you can't play. Period. So other than that, I'll play. I'll do whatever it's got to be. I'll do whatever. But anyway, let's talk about. Can we talk about I want to talk about Daniel Jones with you real fast.
All right, let me get this super chat. Happy birthday to Scott, Grill Mouth Scott, by the way, and shout out to my man Good Eats Entertainment. The way Copizzle idolizes Daniel Jones is a sin.
I don't idolize Daniel Jones.
You gotta explain yourself, Pizzle.
I don't idolize Daniel Jones.
You're doing too much in these streets for Daniel Jones right now. You're doing way too much for a cripple. You're doing way too much for a cripple, bro. I had your back the past couple years, but the dude is a whole cripple. We gotta move on, bro. You're doing way too much for a cripple, man.
You can't say something that funny, man. And then for me just to be able to just come up and say you doing.
No, just say it, bro. You doing way too much for a quarterback who on disability, bro. You doing way too much.
I done sent about 20, 25 tweets about it.
And I'm just sitting back. I'm like, I don't know why Pizzle chat. You know what Pizzle remind me of? Pizzle really remind me of. You ever been in it? Like, you ever seen the relationships where it's like all his friends, all your friends telling you that the girl cheating on you. And the dude is just in denial. Y'all know what y'all talking about. That's my girl. That's my boo. She would never cheat on me. Fuck y'all. Y'all ain't my friends. That's what Pizzle remind me of. Like, he knows Joe Shane is about to draft his guy. He don't want to admit it, though. Like, Pizzle knows in his heart. If you put Pizzle on a lie detector test right now, Pizzle would have to tell you, I don't like it.
What would be
but
the
he's
question?
getting this guy.
What would be the question?
Pizzle, do you really believe they not gonna draft a quarterback and stick with Daniel Jones? And your answer would be is I hate to admit it, but I am on a lie detector test. I don't like it, but yes, Joe Shane is going to draft his guy.
Okay.
You would have to admit it.
Okay. This is what I honestly believe. This is what I sincerely, honestly believe. I'm going to be straight with you. We all have acknowledged that there's an out after year 2 of the year 4 contract, correct?
Yep.
We've all acknowledged that.
Yep.
My honest opinion of it, or what I honestly believe, is that the Giants are going to allow Daniel Jones to have one more year. And that, listen to me, and if that does not work next season, they will draft a quarterback and they will get out of the contract. That's what I honestly believe. I do not think it is going to happen this season. This particular draft. As of January 3rd, I don't think it's going to happen right now.
You know what, Pizzle? You my boy. I fuck with you, man. So,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. But hold on, Fizz. Here's the thing. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm not going to sit here and go with what I look. If you asked me a year ago, I said Daniel Jones is probably going to be here for another 10 years.
We both did.
Okay. I'm not saying that today. What I'm saying is that, in my opinion, as of now, Daniel Jones is completely against the wall, and he has one more year, one more offseason, one more year to be the Giants quarterback. And if it goes bad next season, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he gets hurt game 1. If it goes bad, period, at all, I think they draft the quarterback in the following draft. I don't think it's this one.
You know what, Daniel Jones?
And it's not because, and let me say this too, Fisk, because it's not that I don't think that Drake May, Jaden Daniels, or Caleb Williams isn't any good. It's not that. I'm not saying these guys suck, but I just don't think the Giants are in the position to do so, because they've already given the damn contract and they're obligated to continue to pay Daniel at least one more good year.
You're overlooking our $55 million in cap space.
You're not going to pay him. You're not going to pay him unless you're going with the assumption that Daniel's going to play quarterback next year, and then you're going to draft Jaden Daniels to sit 1 year on the bench behind him. Unless that's
like Daniel Jones won't get benched.
Okay, but Fizz, why would you be paying somebody $40 million to sit on the bench?
We paid Eli 25, and that was a lot of money.
But that was a different thing, Fizz. He had won 2 Super Bowls. He was hard to let go. The Steelers did the same thing with Roethlisberger. They probably held on a year too long.
You're not understanding, Pizzle. There's always an incumbent before he gets replaced. There's always a high-priced quarterback on a roster when you draft a rookie quarterback 90% of the time. I mean, when they drafted Mahomes, Alex Smith was making a lot of money. When they drafted Jimmy G, Tom Brady was making a lot of money.
This is what I'm talking about.
Aaron Rodgers making a lot of money when they drafted Jordan Love. So this is not uncharted territory.
But this is what I'm talking. Why does this guy got to call me retarded? Just let me have my opinion. Just let me have my opinion. You ain't got to sit here and call and say shit. Look, I like saying geek, but you ain't got to sit here and call me retarded just because I think the way I think.
Man, if that damn comment ain't highlighted in a color, I don't even read it.
I'm just saying. It's like, let me say what I gotta say before you even call me retarded.
Speaking of highlights and color, shout out the Bone Crush.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Fisk and Pizzle? You gotta give the nice guy his flowers. He is having a wide receiver 2 seat. Man, bro, fuck him.
Yeah, what do you mean fuck him, Fisk?
Fuck him. He ain't good, bro.
Him? See, that's an almost look.
Slayton.
Thank you, Bone Crush, because you just lit another fuse. That's another problem. That's another problem that happens on Twitter and other places. I don't know a motherfucking soul, Fist. I don't know any other content creator out there that was like Pizzle going around talking about how great Darius Slayton was going to, or how Darius Slayton
great.
But I was still saying he was that dude, Fist. Guess what? He's the best receiver we got on the team this year.
No, he's not.
I mean, maybe Wandale's better, but I don't care. He's got statistically the best receiver on the team. And I can't get no damn credit, but everybody wants to sit here and pinpoint when Pizzle has said something that ain't right. But when I hit a home run like Darius Slayton, nobody wants.
That's not a home run. That's a solid base hit.
That's not
no fucking home run. That's
at least a double. That's at least.
Okay, you know what? Because them dumbasses gave him a contract, it's a double. Because he took a pay cut to stay with the team, it's a double. I wish his ass would have went to Atlanta, but it's none of my business. Freaking him and Daniel Jones can get the fucking boot next year. But here's the deal, right? You gotta understand, right? Like Daniel Jones. What the fuck is this? Shout out to Joshua Bennett.
Yeah,
supporting big business, supporting small businesses. Imagine rocking a guy for so long when it wasn't cool and then giving up on him in his darkest day.
Boom.
It's the real ones that stay with him through the darkest days and watch him rise again. True colors. Well, go put on a fucking Broncos jersey, Joshua.
What you mean?
Go put on a Falcon jersey then.
What?
Because when Daniel Jones rises again, it won't be in blue. That shit will not be in blue. I don't know what first of all, can somebody hold Daniel Jones? What about what Daniel Jones did to me? What about my feelings? What about Big Fist? What about me?
Being held accountable.
What about me? What about how he embarrassed me and failed me and let me down? What about that? What about Daniel Jones being hurt 4 out of 5 seasons in the NFL? What about that? What about Daniel Jones being the head of the worst offense in modern history the first 6 weeks of the season?
Okay, but Fist,
what about Tommy Cutlets and Tyrod Taylor looking better than him multiple occasions this season? What about that?
Stop.
He was the worst quarterback on the roster. We had 3 people play first this
year.
You
are holding him accountable. This is why I'm saying you got a 4-year deal where you were promised $40 million per year, and at this point, you're looking like you're done after next season at this rate. Halfway through the contract, they're moving on. If he doesn't perform, you are Fist. You are holding him accountable. That's the thing. You are holding him accountable.
Up, bro. We can't hear you.
What you mean? I'm great. Don't lie to me.
We can't hear you. Saying you sound like a broke Terminator.
Are you being serious?
I'm not lying. Chat, am I lying? His shit going.
Wait a minute. Do I sound? Is it me or him?
Your shit going in and out. Either. You not hear Pizzle?
No, I'm trying to figure out if it's you or me because I don't know which one it is. Because somebody in the comments.
You there, Pizzle?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Fizz, can you hear me?
Yeah, your shit fucking up.
I think you the one that fucking up, Fizz.
So y'all saying it's my internet? Y'all hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you, Fizz.
All right, cool.
Fizz,
so we good. Go ahead, Fizz.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Yeah, I hear you now.
Do I sound good?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay. Anyways, I'm saying you are holding him accountable, Fisk. When you cut his contract in half, that to me is holding him accountable. Did you hear that?
Wait a minute. Time out. No, Pizzle. No. Daniel Jones is out of here, bro. Dable can't wait to bench him next year if he let him play. If he lets him play next year. Because you know the Giants are probably going to play dirty with Daniel Jones in training camp. You know they're probably going to play dirty with him. They might do him the way the Patriots did Cam Newton for Mac Jones. Don't be shocked. They're going to see Daniel Jones will be like, yeah, I'm ready to play. I'm ready to play. The Giants going to be like, nah. Giants doctor's going to mess around. Now clear that boy.
You're saying they might get a bridge quarterback then at free agency.
No, they're drafting a quarterback in the top 5. They're drafting a quarterback. Joe Shane and Dable are going to get their guy. They're gonna get their guy. Period. And it's done. Pizzle. The new regime getting their quarterback. Daniel Jones will be on a new team.
Yes, you keep saying their guy, but you don't know that they're gonna like one of those guys. That's the thing.
Stop it.
You
Pizzle.
don't know that.
In denial, like
I'm not in denial.
I don't understand. Here's the deal, right? I don't understand why you want Daniel Jones to come back. Why do you want him to have another chance? Why? And it's an honest question. I just want to know why.
It's not that I think Daniel Jones is this exceptional player. It's just I think when I look at the totality of the team, there are other needs that desperately need to be addressed.
Not more than quarterback.
Okay, let me ask you this, Fish. I put it on my Twitter today. Okay, let's go number 1 receiver. I'm gonna say who it is right now. It's Darius Slayton.
No, it's not.
Fisk, tell me who the number 1 receiver is on this team.
We don't have one.
Okay, I'm saying give me a name. Just for
we don't have one on the Giants. If we were playing fantasy football,
it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Fisk, give me a name. Give me a number 1 receiver. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. We don't have.
Okay, you have no. Okay, so nobody. Nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
Okay. Let's go Azeez Ojulari, edge rusher. Let's go Evan Neal, and let's go Daniel Jones. Out of the 4 things I just gave you, Daniel Jones, Azeez, nobody, or
Daniel Jones with a bullet.
Who's the best player of the 4?
Quarterback? It's Daniel Jones.
That's what I'm saying, though, Fist. It's not a slam dunk conversation of quarterback. It's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Daniel Jones is broken. He's Derek Carr 2.0, bro. He's broken. The Giants broke that dude. That dude played the worst quarterback of all 3. He the only quarterback who didn't push the ball down the field. DeVito got sacked a million times. Tyrod got sacked so many times he broke his fucking ribs, Pizzle. But yet they still find ways to take shots down the field and move the ball. Daniel Jones is the only quarterback who did not move the ball for this team this year. Brian Dable can't wait
to see Daniel Jones incompetent offensive line play, Fist.
No, bro, the offensive line been garbage all year, Pizzle.
No, Fist. I agree. That's what I'm saying. You need to address it. Because here's the thing.
Oh, everybody offensive line is ass, bro.
Here's the thing, Fist. There's no need to bring in a new kid to be the quarterback of the team if you're just going to break him too, Fist.
Yo, but great quarterbacks elevate teams.
That's not Fist. Fist, Pat Mahomes is a great quarterback. Guess what he ain't doing right now?
That's Matt Nagy fault. But
I don't care. But guess what he ain't doing right now?
Oh, but last year he did it though. He's having a bad year this year, but last year he did it. He won a Super Bowl and an MVP last year.
Fist,
this year is a down year.
The Chiefs' offense is rolling right now because the running back is playing really good.
But yeah, unlike ours. Our running back has had the whole year.
I love that debate.
Our running back has had the whole year to prove to you that he's that guy. He ain't done it. This been Saquon worst year without Daniel Jones. He ain't done shit. So, all I'm saying, Pizzle, is Michael Penix, Jaden Daniels, one of those dudes to be our quarterback next year. We're going to be better for it.
Look,
Daniel
I
know you like
highlighted comments, but Penix in round 2.
Penix ain't making it to round 2.
I'm just saying though, that to me is a much better option than to take the quarterback in round 1. That's all I'm saying. Because I would rather address the offensive line or an edge rusher, most notably the offensive line, or go get a number 1 receiver. And then if you want to bring in a guy like Penix who can set a year behind Jones, which is the same principle, the same deal, you give Jones a chance one more time and then go with it.
Why do you seem to think Daniel Jones is going to last a year? He's going to suck like he always does, and Dable's going to bench him. Daniel Jones is not going to play well enough to keep nobody on the bench. You know he's not.
Already given
not going to play well enough to keep nobody on the bench.
You've already given him the contract.
Because he won that fucking playoff game. They were stuck.
Okay, Piss. And here's why I'm going to say that. You should have been a good professional general manager and not give him the contract.
That's Mara. John Mara.
No, Arrow, no. You can't. You got to. That's your job as a general manager. You need to know when to hold him, know when to fucking fold him.
But for all we know, Joe Shane didn't want to give him the contract, but John Mara said get it done.
Well, I've heard that.
He didn't want to pay Lamar.
Which is another thing. If you have a conspiracy theory that John Mara forced the contract on him, okay, let's say that conspiracy theory is true, right? Let's put on our metal hats and just say it's true. You don't think John Mara is not going to say nothing on draft night?
Yeah, but here's the thing, Pizzle. Here's the deal. You act like this is foreign territory. David Tepper made them draft Bryce Young. Steve Bisciotti didn't want to pay Lamar Jackson. Woody Johnson is literally letting Aaron Rodgers run the franchise. Don't act like John Mara was the only owner in the league who runs shit when it comes to the quarterback position. All I'm saying in general is, yes, John Mara is going to move on from Daniel Jones because this was the worst offense in the history of mankind under him. And he's hurt again. Daniel Jones is a brittle ass dude. Dude and had 2 major neck injuries and a torn ACL. You think we're going to invest our future into that? Stop it.
You already did.
No, we didn't.
You gave him 4 years, $40 million.
No, they gave him 2 years, bro. NFL contracts only.
Okay, then you still got 1 more year, Vince.
Yeah, but he's hurt. The dude had ACL surgery in November, the end of November. The fuck are we talking about?
Yes, I understand that.
Kyler Murray didn't come back till damn near Thanksgiving. Daniel Jones is not playing before Halloween. I don't know why people think this fucker.
See, what you don't understand is I'm trying to tell you that there is an alternate universe where you don't draft a quarterback in round 1.
No, there's not, Pizzle. They're taking a quarterback round 1. You stop it. Stop getting your hopes up. They're taking a quarterback round 1, bro.
Can you say that one right? Can you say it right?
Round 1.
There you go.
Damn it. They're taking a quarterback. I don't know which quarterback it's going to be. I don't. But they're taking a quarterback round 1, Pizzle. Accept it. The Jones era is done. Finito. It's finished. Let that shit go. For real, let that shit go, man. It's a new day. You should be excited for our new quarterback. We're actually going to have something to look forward to next year. We're not going to have Saquon. We're not going to have Daniel Jones. We're going to get a fresh start. We're going to get a brand new start that we deserve. Period. Shout out to Goodies Entertainment. I'm sorry, but if the New York Giants don't draft a trade for a quarterback next year, I'm bang Niners all next year. Copizzle Daniel Jones' ass. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If we don't draft a quarterback, which we're gonna draft a quarterback, it will be very, very hard to cover the team next year with another bullshit year at Daniel Jones. It will be tough. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Here's what I find
another lame duck year at Daniel Jones.
Here's what I find amazing.
What?
You loved OBJ, right?
Oh yeah.
There's a lot. I know there's a lot of dudes in here that loved OBJ. Really good. Like, I mean, OBJ was a good receiver. Like in his prime, he's good. And honestly, still with the Ravens right now, he's playing really good. I got to give him his credit. There's a lot of good receivers in this draft.
But like we're not going to the draft to get a receiver. We're buying one.
That's what I'm. No, who? Who you buying, Fizz?
Mike Evans, Calvin Lee, OBJ.
OBJ. No, stop it, Fizz.
Yo, Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley, OBJ, T. Higgins. Joe Shane is going to trade for Stephon Diggs. There's going to be multiple avenues to get a receiver. He's not drafting a receiver in the top 3 rounds. I'll just let you know that now. He's not drafting a receiver in the top 3 rounds. T. Higgins, Calvin Ridley, Mike Evans, OBJ, Stephon Diggs trades. Hell, AJ Brown trade. As much as he bitching right now.
Look, I like T. Higgins. I just don't see it happening.
Why not? Giants got $55 million.
It doesn't seem like it. It just this is such a draft rich.
No, it's not. Don't say that.
Rich draft.
No, but Pizzle. Just because that don't mean we can't draft one and sign the number 1. We draft one, sign one.
Okay, what? But this is what I'm saying. Like, you've invested money in the quarterback position. Okay,
that money is done. Nobody cares.
No, just hear me out. You've invested money in the quarterback position. Okay. You're going to go invest money in the receiving position. You have to be cheap on one of the ends, Fisk. Like, you have to have, you can't just invest money everywhere and then have $40 million just sitting on the bench. Unless you trade Daniel Jones, unless you did that, unless you're
going to get traded. Pizzle, you're not listening. That $40 million comes off the books next year, regardless.
Fisk, what I'm trying to tell you is you guys are on the replace. You're a year early, is what I'm saying. You're
okay. How about this? Here's what I'm gonna say, Pizzle. I'll break it down to you like this. This is how I'm gonna break it down. I can't be no more blunt with this, and I'm giving you content that I was trying to save for the all season. So I'm gonna make this quick.
We burning up content right now.
Yeah, we burning up content. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot you straight right now. Daniel Jones is a waste of space. He's not good enough to lead this team. He's not good enough to lead this team to a championship, but he's not bad enough to get us a top pick. At the end of the day, Daniel Jones does not fit the timeline of a rebuilding team. Daniel Jones, bottom line, Joe Schoen is going to set the clock on his rebuild. Period. He's going to rebuild with a rookie quarterback and put as much talent around him as possible on some Brock Purdy shit. That's what he's going to do. The Giants are not in position to pay Daniel Jones $40 million and compete. The Giants want to rebuild the team in their image. And in order to do that, they got to get rid of number 8. This is business. It's not personal. That's just how this shit's going to go, Pizzle. If you're Joe Schoen and you're Brian Dable, you're not going to pay Daniel Jones $40 million when you got dudes like DeVito and Tyrod giving you better production.
You've already agreed to that, Fisk.
But Pizzle, they could get out of the contract. That's why they made it
after next year.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you, Fisk.
But they're not going to give this guy Daniel Jones an opportunity to play.
Oh, yeah.
This is what you're not understanding. You act like this fight ain't fixed. That's your problem, Pizzle. You're acting like they're going to play fair with this fucking guy. Did you see what happened to Russell Wilson, Pizzle?
Fisk,
the fucker beat Kansas City and they told him to take a pay cut or we're going to bench you. You act like these organizations.
Okay. But here's the thing, though. You're okay. That's fine. But here's the thing. That was year 1 with Sean Payton. Year 1. And Sean Payton clearly had nothing to do with Russell Wilson being traded to Denver. That's year 1. He wanted out. Cool. Got it. Cool. They had year 1 with Daniel Jones. And then you know what they did? They gave him 4 years, $40 million per year. That's what
that wasn't a mistake.
That was the time after the game, whether he beat Minnesota in the playoffs or not, that was the time to pull the string and move on if that's what you felt like you needed to do. Get a bridge quarterback and then draft your quarterback. They didn't do that. They invested 4 years, $40 million.
They invested 2 years, Pizzle.
Whatever. Then you got to go to year 2 then.
A 2-year Pizzle. He tore his ACL.
Like I'm trying to tell you about, like I was trying to tell you about Darius Slayton is
you act like he's gonna be ready. They're not gonna clear Daniel Jones before we.
I'm just saying, stop wasting. That's what I'm trying to help you and the rest of it. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time with these other quarterbacks. Go ahead and look at other options. If you want to look at like a Penix, maybe in round 2, which you don't seem to think that he's going to be there, but he's got injury issues as well.
Round 2.
He's got injury issues as well. That's going to make him fall down, Fisk.
I want
I
Jaden Daniels.
like him. I think the dude can play.
I think Jaden Daniels is our guy. I think that's the guy we end up with.
The thing I'll say about Penix over the other guys is that
I just
Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Drake May all played on top 25 teams, and they all found a way to shit the bed. Penix played at Indiana, made Indiana a good football team, and then he goes to Washington. He's given a really good team, and he's got the team in the national championship. I have a ton of respect for Penix because unlike the other guys, he hasn't fumbled it. But I will say this, he's got some damn good receivers at Washington, some really damn good receivers. So maybe that's helped him elevate his game. I don't know, but I got tons of respect for Penix. So, I mean, if the Giants was to draft Penix, let's say in the second round, I wouldn't be mad at that at all because I think he's a guy that probably could use a year on the bench. But I'm just saying, next season, Daniel Jones is going to be playing quarterback for the Giants.
No,
because you made the commitment, Fisk. You made the commitment.
They're going to start the rookie.
You made the commitment.
They're going to start their Pizzle. If you think Daniel Jones is going to be ready for camp, you're bugging. And if you think not only is he going to be ready for camp, if you think they will clear Daniel Jones to play week 1, you're bugging. They're going to give that rookie quarterback as much first-team reps as possible through the preseason and training camp. They're not going to let Daniel Jones come back before Halloween, bro.
Fizz,
the guy tore his ACL in November.
That they're not going to have. Listen, Fizz, if they had Daniel Jones on the roster and a rookie quarterback on the roster that was a high draft pick, they would the fan base would literally implode.
Exactly.
Implode.
Which is why Daniel Jones ain't playing next year.
You just gonna set him on the bench. You just gonna keep him off the roster. You just gonna say, "Hey, here's $40 million."
He gonna hold the clipboard. He gonna hold the clipboard like Eli did. Eli man that started the game and got benched. He gonna hold the clipboard like Eli. I'm sorry. How much money was Tony Romo making? Hold on. How much money was Tony Romo making when Dak took his spot? Tony Romo came back and Dak did not relinquish that job. You act like this is foreign territory, Pizzle. That's what's killing me. You act like Dak. You act like Tony Romo wasn't making $35 million when Dak took his spot. You act like Alex Smith wasn't making like $30 million when Mahomes took his spot. You act like Russell Wilson ain't just get benched because the organization was done with him and they didn't want him to get injured. You act like the Cardinals didn't intentionally delay Kyler Murray coming back to make sure he didn't trigger an injury clause. You act like these organizations don't do this shit all the time. What makes Daniel Jones so fucking special? What makes him more special than these other quarterbacks? That's what I'm trying to get from you. You act like the Giants are above this shit. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
I'm not saying they're not above it, Fizz. What I'm getting at is I believe that they're not going to pull this goes to the conspiracy. This goes right into the conspiracy theory that people are out here playing about how, they backed Joe Shane into a corner and they forced him. If that's the case, if that's what you believe that he did 14 months ago or whatever, however long ago it was, what makes you not think he's going to do it now?
Because John Mara is probably fed up with Danny as well.
This is not some personal thing that I have for Daniel Jones. It's what I believe the Giants will do.
So you think John Mara ain't fed up with this bullshit?
You keep getting it twisted. Like, I have this personal love for Daniel Jones. I care about the Giants more than I do the Daniel Jones, but I still think the Giants are going to go in this. This is the direction the Giants are going to go into.
So you really
like that? That's the thing. Like, y'all don't. You don't understand. Like, I'm cool. Like, I think it's fun when like you've talked about this before, Fizz. One of the things that you don't like about Daniel is like he got no swagger, right? He ain't got no swagger, right? And it would be fun to have swagger, which is exactly why I said about Tommy DeVito, where it was fun when he was doing the Italian thing, right? Or when Johnny Manziel did the money. I would absolutely love if my quarterback, who was really good, had some of that swagger to him and did stuff like that. I absolutely would like that, Fizz. But guess what? That stuff don't just happen or fall off of trees left and right. I'm just making a guess of what I think the Giants will do. And although I would love, I wish Eli Manning would have had a little more personality. I wish Daniel Jones had more personality. I wish Daniel Jones wasn't hurt right now. But the reality is he is. This is what I believe the Giants will do. And in my opinion, I think a lot of people are wasting their time thinking quarterback when they should be considering other alternatives other than quarterback, because I'm not so sure the Giants are going to pull that string. I don't think that they're going to do it, Fist. I think there's a lot of things they're about to do. I think they're about to move on from Sterling Shepard. I think there's a chance that they move on from Saquon, Fist.
Saquon's not coming back.
I mean, at best, Saquon gets a tag. At best.
This is Saquon's final home game. This is it. This is his final home game. I don't even think they're gonna tag Saquon. I think they let him just flat out walk. I don't even think they're gonna tag Saquon. For what? They don't even use him. Brian Dable and Kafka don't even use him. We was on our third string quarterback, and they were still out there basing the offense around DeVito. Tyrod Taylor comes back, throws for like 350 or something. They don't use Saquon. Saquon, so Kerryon Williams is better than Saquon Barkley?
I mean, he played. I mean,
hold on.
He played. I like the way he played on Sunday.
Derrick Henry, in one of his worst years ever, is still finna finish with 1,000 yards. Saquon Barkley ain't even sniffing it. So is Cook better than Saquon Barkley? And I ain't talking about Dalvin. I'm talking about his brother in Buffalo. Like, think about all the running backs who have been way more productive than Saquon Barkley. And everybody kept saying Saquon this is Saquon that. No, Saquon Barkley ain't that good. And I think the front office, they saw the shit. Because when Daniel Jones gets hurt and you're playing with DeVito and Tyrod, it's supposed to be the Saquon show. And it was never the Saquon show because he's not built like that. If he was built like that, Dable would have used him like that. Kafka would have used him like that. But they didn't even devise the offense around Saquon. Am I wrong, Pizzle? Since Daniel Jones has gotten hurt, how many games can you honestly say we said, okay, we're featuring Saquon? How many great performances outside of the Washington game?
Huh? There was no games where I thought that Saquon carried the Giants.
That's my point. So
I mean, thinking back on historical running backs that I remember watching, like Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Tomlinson, those guys I watched carry teams to straight up victories. I don't think I've ever seen not saying Saquon ain't made splash plays that didn't affect outcomes of games, but I don't think I've ever seen it be where. I mean, I think one of his best games this year was the Packer game, but he almost fumbled that game away.
Yup, damn sure did.
I think that was one of his. I think if I'd have to look at the numbers, but I think that was one of his best games. But I mean, to me, I'll say this: if you're going to replace the quarterback, if you're going to draft a quarterback like you're suggesting, there's no point in bringing Saquon back.
Exactly, no point. They're gonna. I'm telling you, the Giants are rebuilding next year. Joe Shane is officially starting his rebuild next year. That's what he's doing.
And by the way, I'm sure that Fist will. I'm sure we'll take a break at some point, but around draft time, I'm sure we will be doing some live. We'll be doing some live podcasts, for draft week or whatever. If the Giants, and even after the draft, if the Giants draft a quarterback in round 1, I will happily stand up and eat my crow and say that I'm wrong on this, and this is what they're going to do. I just, at this point right here, right now, I just don't see the Giants doing that. I see the Giants potentially attacking other needs and fulfilling those things. That's what I think's happening. People always talk about, or they bring up the Bills, right? Or Joe Shane was part of the process of getting Josh Allen, correct? When they saw Josh Allen, they were wowed by him, whatever, they got him. But he was also part of the process of getting Stephon Diggs. And so Josh Allen's game elevated and became really good when he was able to have Stephon Diggs come to his team and Gabe Davis. And so these guys have helped him be the quarterback that he is because they're reliable targets. And in my opinion, that's something Daniel Jones hasn't had enough of. Enough targets or enough quality guys to be out there being his number one receiver. That's honestly what I think. Now, if the Giants disagree with that and they take a quarterback, I will stand right here and say, hey, I was wrong. Can't believe it. I'm a little confused. Yada, yada, yada. I'm retarded. Whatever the words I was called. If that's the case happens, that's fine. But I just don't, at my guessing point right now, I don't foresee that happening. I see the Giants attacking other areas and fixing that. And if they did get a quarterback, it would be in later rounds, in round one.
You know, I respect your optimism. As foolish as it may be, I respect your optimism. You know, I do. I respect it. You know, Pizzle is a prime example of, you know, trying to speak it into existence. Pizzle was trying to
I'm trying to make it happen, ain't it?
Yeah, he's trying to make it happen. But unfortunately, Joe, Shane, and Dable are ready to move on with their guy.
Period. Do you think that Saquon's career with the Giants, assuming this is the last game,
yes, it was a failure. Yes. A complete and utter failure. He was a bust of a number 2 pick. He's not a bust of a player, but as far as for a number 2 pick, he was a bust. For where he was drafted, he's a bust. I don't think Saquon the player is a bust.
But let me say this too, Fisk, because I've said this about Daniel Jones, and I'll say the same thing about Saquon. Because honestly, I see it sometimes with OBJ. It sucks when you have a player that you think is good, and then you see them go to another team and be successful. And so I know there's some people in here that's like, Daniel Jones is ass. Okay. All right. But I'm going to tell you, if he goes to another team and he's successful, then it makes us look stupid.
No, it doesn't, because everybody saw the product.
It does, because it's going to say that we couldn't ever get the team right in order for him to be successful.
That's bullshit, because we won a road playoff game with this kid.
Yeah, we did. No, that's my point, Fisk. That's why it makes me think he's good, because he's clearly been able to go to a playoff game, by the way, on the road. You can tell me how sorry Minnesota Vikings are, whatever. I don't hold it. Like, I can't stand the fact that we lose the Eagles, Fisk. Like, I hate it. And I understand that's some of the frustrations that people have right now. We can't beat the Eagles. We can't beat the Cowboys. I get those frustrations because I fucking feel them too. But it just so happens it's conveniently that those teams are really good when Daniel Jones is part of the damn team. Like Philly's, like, obviously last year, like everyone holds that, they went to the fucking Super Bowl. Like, they were the best team in the NFC last year. Like, give them props, man. Don't be just holding that against Daniel Jones. Like, nobody else could beat them. They went to the NFC. They went to the championship game. It is what it is. Cowboys, they've been good. Like, I hate to say it. Like, I don't like saying it, but the Cowboys have been good the last several years. The Cowboys have drafted well. Even with Dak Prescott, they drafted well. They got good players. They hit on CeeDee Lamb. They hit on Micah Parsons. They hit on Dak. They hit on Tony Pollard. They just keep hitting on draft picks. Philly has spent some money, but also they've hit on shit. Like, they hit on A.J. Brown trade. They hit on Devontae Smith. They hit on Jalen Hurts. Like, they've been getting hits. We ain't been getting hits. We ain't been getting hits, Fizz. Like, we're not getting hits.
Akira is a top 5 middle linebacker. Got like 140 tackles right now. You know, if Darren Waller had better quarterback play throughout the year,
I'm not saying we don't have good players. I'm just saying they've been hitting home runs with their transactions.
You don't think Kayvon is a home run?
No, I like Kayvon. No, I think Kayvon's a great pick. That's what I'm saying, Fizz. I want to accessorize with Kayvon. I want to give him, if Kayvon's Batman, I want to give Kayvon his Robin. Michael Strahan had Osi Umenyiora. Let's get that. Like, let's get Kayvon his other partner to edge rush. Let's create some havoc on defense with Dexter Lawrence out there and create an unbelievable defensive line, or whatever you want to call it. Give some edge rushers. Make it to where our defense is stout. That's what I'm saying. You can do those things in round 1. You can do those things, or go get that number 1 receiver. Go get your Stephon Diggs. Go get your big play guy. Go get your AJ Brown. Go get your Jamar Chase. Go get those guys. Stop always just assuming it's the quarterback. You can go get superstar players at those positions, and y'all just keep talking quarterback. That's like you gave the dude a contract. Go stand by the contract. Go get those superstar players at other positions. That's what I'm saying, Fitz. I like Kayvon, but Kayvon needs help. Ojawari's, what are you talking? Like, he's always hurt. You want to talk about somebody who's always hurt? Ojawari's always hurt. Every day. He's way hurt more than Daniel Jones, but he's always like Daniel Jones needs to stay healthy. I agree. Like he that's one part of his thing. And maybe you're right, Fitz. Maybe he is broken down. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I haven't medically examined him. But the fact is, he is, to me, a better player than Azeez. So if he's the better player, we need to replace the guy that's not as good. That's to me. Again, and I like Darius Slayton. Do I think Darius Slayton's the number 1 receiver? No. I think Darius Slayton needs his Batman to his Robin. I feel the same way. Feel the same damn way. And there's so many, to me, there's so many options.
Darius Slayton is like a henchman who just get.
Don't call him Catwoman.
Huh?
Don't call him Catwoman.
Nah, he ain't that good. Catwoman is a main character, a vital part in the Batman universe. Darius Slayton ain't that important. He ain't qualified to be
Darius
Catwoman.
Slayton is leading us in the receiver category.
That ain't saying much. Shout out to Goodies Entertainment. Daniel Jones plays scary. He never throws in stride. He never threw more than 15 touchdowns in 3 seasons. How's that good?
And who was his
ever since his rookie year,
who was his number 1 receiver?
Bro, it don't matter. CJ
Stroud does matter. Let me tell you something. Tua is not a quarterback. He's a point guard. We both agree with that, right?
Yeah.
He's a point guard. So if Tua, how many touchdowns Tua got this season? How many touchdowns he got?
A lot.
What's he got? I know, that's what I'm saying. How many of those touchdowns he got with him just throwing something silly to Waddle or Tyreek Hill? How many? I gotta look. I see how many touchdowns Tua's got. I gotta know this. I gotta know this answer for this. I'm sorry. I gotta know. This is, to me, it's like talking about how many TDs you throw, man. Sometimes that stuff is so silly, man. That's like so damn silly. Hold on, it's right here.
How many touchdowns?
Tua's got 28 touchdowns this year, Fizz, and he's a damn point guard. He's a point guard. Tua's got 28 touchdowns this year.
And what about Finn?
By the way, Josh Allen, you think Josh Allen's the better quarterback, right? Would you say Josh Allen's a better quarterback?
Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the league.
Okay, Josh Allen's got 27 touchdowns. Now, what is that? Does that mean Tua's a better quarterback because he's got 28 over 27?
No.
It's no, exactly. It's ridiculous to even say that.
Yeah, but you can't also be on the other extreme of that and don't throw no touchdowns, though. You can't
what
also
I'm saying,
be on the other extreme of that.
Let me ask, why can't the scheme just be bad, Fizz? How about,
because everybody but Daniel Jones look good in the shit.
What?
That's why.
I don't know about that, Fizz.
The fuck? Tyrod threw for more. Tyrod threw for damn near 400.
I don't know.
Tommy DeVito was looking solid for a month. We
I don't know. See, y'all keep talking about like Tommy DeVito and Tyrod look better. Like y'all just man, some of that is assumptions, man. Like,
am I bugging?
No, Tyrod. Let me tell you what, Tyrod. Daniel Jones ain't missing that 2-point conversion Tyrod threw. You can't.
But we wouldn't even have been in position to get the 2-point conversion. Daniel Jones was quarterback.
Like you can't. That's what I'm saying, man.
The whole team would have quit. Daniel Jones would have dropped his head,
and then you can't make that throw like
language.
That's crazy.
Throwing the towel.
That's crazy.
How many times did we throw in the towel under Daniel Jones?
What do you mean throwing the towel? What do you mean throwing the towel?
As in getting smoked 40-0.
Okay, Fizz. They got killed by the Cowboys, but guess what? Andrew Thomas got hurt in the game. The whole game plan.
We got killed by what you call it?
We've been getting killed by Philly. I got it. We got killed by Philly in the playoffs.
No, I'm talking about earlier this year when Daniel Jones was a quarterback. We got killed by the Dolphins.
We were getting killed by Arizona, and we came back and won the game.
Yeah, so Daniel Jones outside of one half has been garbage. There's no defending it. Period. There's no defending it. At the end of the day, Daniel Jones had potential. He never met it. It's time to move on.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Let's just for the sake of moving on. What happens when the Giants don't draft a quarterback? What happened? Are you going to eat crow? Are these guys, a lot of these people that comment, are they going to eat crow? Like what's going to happen
I'm
if
not
the Giants
answering these hypotheticals?
Okay, but no, you have to, Fizz. I'm hypothetically saying, what if the Giants don't draft a quarterback in round 1? What happens? Go.
I mean, I'm sure the player will be fine. Whoever Joe Shane decided to draft, he drafted Kayvon, he drafted Deontay Banks, he drafted JMS. I'll trust him on whoever he drafts, but I'm 99.9% sure it's going to be quarterback. So I hate answering your little hypothetical, but it'll be quarterback.
Okay, so I think we should do this just for the sake of getting our audience involved here. If it's not a quarterback, give me a name that's not a quarterback that the Giants could draft in round 1. I'd love to see some guys put some names in there. Just see where their head's at. We could talk about something else, but I'd love to see what others out. If they didn't, anybody but a quarterback, who will the Giants take? And I'm going to assume, what do you think the Giants are going to end up with, Fist? The 5th overall pick?
Hopefully, but I think we're going to beat the Eagles. So who the fuck knows?
Okay, well, I guess I don't need to ask you what your bet is this weekend, huh?
No, I'm not betting it because all the value on the line is going that we know.
So, but Chicago's going to be number 1.
They're not. They're keeping Fields.
I think they'll keep Fields. I agree with that. Then I think Washington's going to be number 2 because they're not going to beat Dallas. They're going to take a quarterback.
Yep, I agree.
Okay. And then New England, I think New England is going to beat the Jets.
Exactly. So they're going to move ahead of us.
You think so? So would that put them in front of us?
If the Giants do their job and lose, we should finish with.
Wait a minute. How do you know that New England? Because if New England lost or New England won, that'd be 5-12, and if we lost, we would be 5-12. How do you know that we would jump in front of them?
Because according to the tiebreakers, everything is based on strength of schedule.
Yeah, but they're that's what I'm saying. They're 5-18 right now to our 5-11.
Yeah, but
when we play the Eagles, you gotta understand. They're playing a more inferior opponent, though.
Yeah, so when we play the Eagles and they play the Jets, our strength of schedule is gonna ratio out to be higher.
No, I understand that. I understand. But are we playing? That's what. Wait a minute.
Yeah, Pizzle, we're about to play a 10-11 win team, and they're about to play like a 6-win team. So this strength of schedule number is gonna drop, and ours are gonna.
Wouldn't it be that it's more of a okay. I guess you're right. I guess that's enough. I guess that's enough. No, I know it's on strength of schedule. I already knew that. I'm just saying that's enough. You're saying that the Eagles, it won't even just because the competition alone will change that.
Yeah, because you got to understand the Eagles are a 10 or 11 win team. The Jets have like 5 or 6 wins.
Okay,
so that's going to drop this strength of schedule numbers.
I got you. So and then Arizona plays Seattle at home.
Yeah, but they're going wide receiver. We know Arizona keeping Kyler. They're going
receiver. But it wouldn't matter if we're in front of or behind Arizona, unless Arizona.
No, because we're not drafting Marvin Harrison, so it doesn't matter if we're ahead or it doesn't matter where we are. We're not drafting Marvin.
See, you need to be open to that, though.
The only people who are concerned with draft position inside the top 5 are people not taking a quarterback. So Chicago, Arizona, teams that aren't taking a quarterback are like, oh fuck, we're not gonna be able to get Marvin Harrison. But everybody else knows there's 4 good quarterbacks.
So I will say this though, Fisk. If the Giants wanted to move up, let's say there's no. Well, I don't know how it's going to finish out because obviously they got to play the games. But I will say if there's one team the Giants could trade with, in order to move up is Arizona, because they've obviously already done a trade with Isaiah Simmons. So they've shown that they can do business together. If they're not going to do a trade with Washington, I don't know. I don't know what Chicago will do at 1. Like I don't think Chicago would take a receiver number 1 overall.
Nah, Chicago.
I think they would back up and get some more. Maybe
I think
picks.
Chicago's going to trade that first pick to somebody. I don't know
Like
who,
New England,
but I think they're going to trade that first pick.
Yeah, like I think to like a New England, for example.
I don't think it'll be New England. I think it'll be a team like the Raiders. I think it's going to be a team that's not in the top 10.
No, Fizz, they're not going to go from 1 to 10 or 11.
Yeah, the hell they will. They getting 3 first rounders and a veteran player. They said they want 3 first rounders and a veteran player. So if you're if you're the Raiders, you say take 3 first rounders and Devontae. You think they're gonna turn that shit down? Or here's 3 first rounders, and who's that pass rusher they got? The white guy.
Max Crosby?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're crazy right now, Fizz.
Shit. The other team traded DJ Moore, who's a top 10 receiver, so it's not like uncommon territory.
I think you're crazy.
Right? We just saw it last year.
I don't see the Raiders. The Raiders ain't giving up. Like, no.
The Raiders have Aiden O'Connell. They're going to get a quarterback. They want a quarterback.
No, I understand they
don't
want
sleep on.
Obviously, a team like Denver's going to want a quarterback too. Probably Denver. You know, who knows what Minnesota does?
I think that's Daniel Jones' future home right there.
Where? Denver.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Sean Payton.
I think that's his
knows what a good quarterback looks like.
And Sean Payton always liked Danny anyway, so. And besides, all Daniel Jones want to do is dick and dunk anyway. That Sean Payton offense fits him to a T. Shout out to Twist. Top 5 pick, quarterback rich draft class, injury prone quarterback that proved very little going into his 6th season. If we don't go quarterback, we can fire up the coach and G. Exactly. Twist. You know how this goes. Anybody who's watched football,
I usually like what Twist has to say.
They're going, the GM and coach are going to solidify their job security. They're going to take a quarterback. They're going to take a quarterback and give themselves an extra 2 to 3 years on the job. That's just what GMs and coaches do. They're going to get their guy. They're not going to get fired over Daniel Jones. They're going to get their guy. So when shit hits the fan next year, they could put the rookie in. Dable and Kafka could dial up all the good plays, make them look good for a few weeks, and then go into 2025 with some hope. They're not. Daniel Jones is not part of the future. He ain't part of the plan. He's excommunicado.
You keep saying they're going to go for their guy. You don't know that any of these guys are their guys. You don't know that, Fisk.
Because one of them is their guy.
You don't know that.
You don't know that. You're just
looking I don't know that.
You're just looking for any way possible to save this dude Daniel Jones.
Everybody keeps saying no, Fisk. Everyone keeps saying that they're going to go get there. You don't know that they have their guy, that they like those guys. You don't know. Like, you don't know.
Pizzle.
I know. I got you.
What am I going to do with you, Pizzle?
What if the Giants got a project quarterback, like a guy that's a complete project?
They're not getting a project quarterback. They taking a top 5 pick and getting a quarterback, Pizzle. You need to accept this shit.
I'm sorry. When he says it's a QB rich draft, he's right. Okay, fine. If you want to say it's QB, but guess what? It's a receiver rich draft.
We're going to sign a receiver. What part of Mike Evans and T. Higgins and Calvin Ridley don't you?
Not with the way these guys are coming out of college and playing receiver right now, Fizz.
But we have other needs. We need a corner. We need an edge rusher. We have way more shit to worry about than drafting a receiver when you could just sign one. Mm-hmm. This is one of the best free agency wide receiver classes of all time. Mm-hmm. You think the Giants ain't about to throw their hat in the ring?
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait, Fizz.
Man,
This is going to be. I mean, it's going to be entertaining regardless.
what didn't we cover this week? What didn't we cover?
Hold on, I'm not even done. Let me think. Okay, can I ask this? Let me ask you this question. Do you think? So you mentioned about the Eagles, Giants beating the Eagles, which I agree. I think the Giants can beat the Eagles this week. Do you think the Eagles are done?
Absolutely. They're done. They're cooked. They have irreconcilable. They have problems they can't solve this season. This season they're cooked this season. They're never going to be bad because they have a top 5 quarterback in Jalen Hurts, but as far as this season goes, they're cooked. They have one of the best quarterbacks on the planet, so then they're only going to be but so bad going forward. But as far as this season goes, they're cooked. They're cooked. They're going to have to replace the whole coaching staff.
I agree with that. I think they look like a foundation that's starting to fall apart. Which
they're cooked this year.
I obviously this has been a lost season for the Giants, but to me, opportunity will be knocking next season if the Eagles are really falling apart. If that offensive line starts to crumble, obviously defensively, Eagles have got issues. The Cowboys seem like they might be intact for a little bit. They might, they got a chance to be good for a little bit, but they're gonna have to pay a shit ton of Michael Parsons.
Yup.
I mean, they're gonna have to give that dude crazy money.
And they about to repay debt. So they cap about to be all the way fucked up. Shout out to Christopher K. Come on, Fist. You must be asleep because Max Crosby never. Bro, the Washington traded Montez Sweat. Yeah, like, yo, didn't Denver trade Bradley Chubb right after drafting him number 2 overall? Y'all be acting like shit don't happen. Y'all really be acting like shit can't happen.
Man,
shit happens every day.
Out of like the random players in the league that don't play for the Giants, Max Crosby is like a dude I would die to have on the Giants. I wish we could have him back
right next to Kayvon.
And I don't mean like I don't like Kayvon. It ain't got nothing to do with Kayvon. It's just I love Max. I think Max Crosby is just a damn good player. Love that.
Speak now forever, hold your peace, chat, because we about to wrap up. All right, speak now forever, hold your peace. Pizzle, are you even betting this weekend?
Yeah, I'm betting this week.
All right,
I got several games. Even though I got called names, I'm gonna still put money in these geeks' pockets, Biz.
So let's go to our final segment of the week. I'm gonna go to the big segment.
I'm gonna keep helping these motherfuckers out because they need help.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep helping these motherfuckers out. All right. You ready? I'm gonna give a few games out. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna maybe just maybe it's a few. Here we go. I'm gonna say I'm gonna take Washington plus the points against Cowboys, at least 13. I'm gonna take at least 13 on Washington because Dallas ain't good on the road anyways, and Washington almost covered against the 49ers last week. The Cowboys ain't the 49ers, so the Washington's gonna cover that game. That's too many damn points for Cowboys to cover. I got Washington there. I agree with you, Fist. Give me Giants plus the points. Hell, I think you probably hit them on the damn money line. Giants are gonna beat the Eagles. I don't know why I feel it, but I fucking feel it. Maybe I'm biased, whatever. You can't blame Daniel Jones on that because he ain't playing. And Fisk, is this Bill Belichick's last game?
No.
As a New England head coach?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I think he stays.
Okay, well, let's just assume that it is.
I think he loses his GM powers, but I think he stays as a coach.
I'm going to say that he beats the dog piss out of the Jets just in case. Pat's
I agree with that.
Give me that. Give me Pat's -2. And then last one, Fist, just because I'm a nice guy, give me Raiders -3 against the Broncos. Them dudes are going to play their balls off to try to get Antonio Pierce the head coaching job. So there's no way Raiders are losing that game to the Broncos. No chance.
I respect that. You got way more balls than me playing all these games.
I'm giving all them games, And I'm gonna tell you right now, when we go live next time, these fuckers better kiss my feet.
I only got one play. It's the Patriots -2. That's my only play.
Yeah.
That's a lock. Belichick versus the Jets. And just in case I'm wrong, and this is his final home game in Foxborough, you know he gonna beat the fuck out of them.
He's gonna beat the piss out of them.
That's easy money. Patriots not even laying a field goal. That's just easy money. But let me get to the last super chat tonight. Shout out to F Your Feelings. Why do we blame DJ? We need an OC, 3 quarterbacks. We got the same results. Proves if we draft a new one, it would be the. First of all, what do you mean? Tyrod and DeVito all won games and played better than Daniel Jones did. If anything, these quarterbacks have been an indictment on Daniel Jones. Tyrod Taylor won games. DeVito won games. They all won more games than Daniel Jones this season. The offense improved when the dude got hurt. Like, whatever, bro. Y'all got it, bro. Yeah, y'all go ahead and try and build the perfect team and all this other miracle bullshit that don't exist. At the end of the day, quarterback, you get your quarterback and you build around your quarterback. You don't build a team and then draft a quarterback. Life don't work like that. Period. Quarterbacks are there to elevate, not get elevated. Period. Y'all do what y'all want to do with that.
This is gonna be a fun off season.
I mean, I think it's gonna be fun. I mean, you ain't gonna like it too much when we draft our quarterback, but it's gonna be fun.
Yes, like that's Vince. Look, let me say this. See, you just said that, and I had to say, if the Giants draft a quarterback, I will accept it. I will accept it. Guess what? I didn't want them to move on from Eli Manning, and they did. They brought in Daniel Jones. I didn't like that. Like of course, like. I will have to accept it. What I am saying right now, though, is you think I have this personal tie to Daniel, or like I have some kind of bet that says he's the quarterback. It's not that. It's just I'm telling you what I think they will do and what they will not do. This is not about this is why. See, the problem is, Fizz, I'm too passionate about my shit. Because see, you get confused. Like you think like, oh well, he must think Darius Slayton's the number 1 receiver. No, I don't. I think he's good enough to be a receiver on the team. Because you got to remember when all this started, it was all about he was getting cut. It's the same thing with Daniel Jones. I just don't think that they're moving on from him. It ain't about a personal thing. I don't even have I'm not wearing a Daniel Jones jersey here. Just what I think. So would I be shocked if they got a quarterback? Yes, that's the word I would use, Fist. Not be upset. I would be shocked if they got a quarterback.
I respect that.
I would be shocked. And if they did, guess what? I'll probably be the big whoever they drafted fan. I'll support that dude just like I supported all the other quarterbacks I've watched in my 30 plus years of being a Giants fan.
I would expect nothing less. I would expect nothing less.
People don't understand. In my history of being a Giants fan, I didn't want them to move on from Kerry Collins. I didn't want them to move on from Eli, and I don't want them to move on from Daniel. It's just what I do.
I understand. You get attached.
I get a little attached, but at the same time, I also think like, well, what's the team going to do? What I think the team might do. This is what makes talking about sports and football fun, because at the end, we're all guessing. We're all putting our brains together, and this is like kind of like barbershop talk, right? Like we're just shooting the shit, talking ball. To me, Fisk, it would be silly if I didn't have the alternative of the conversation. Like I'm going to think what I think, whether it's right or wrong. Just like you, Fisk. Like you thought Darius Slayton was trash, and he clearly was good this year. It's okay for you to be wrong about that.
Sure. Sure.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't make you a bad person just because you was wrong about Darius Slayton this season. It's okay.
Listen, okay. I don't even have the energy to go back and forth with him on that dumb shit right now. Shout out to F Your Feelings. The O-line got no the fuck it did. How the O-line get better when Tyrod Taylor got his ribs broke, and DeVito was getting sacked like 6 times a game. Don't fucking tell me the O-line got better. See, on that note, we ended the damn show. All right, before he wake me the fuck up and I can't fall asleep telling that dumb shit. How the fuck the O-line get better when they got one quarterback damn near murdered and the other quarterback was getting sacked like 5-6 times a game? How the fuck the O-line get better? O-line didn't get no fucking better. The fuck are y'all talking about? Just accept the fact that Daniel Jones was a fucking trash and DeVito and Tyrod came in and actually took shots down the season and shit. Like, they actually took shots down the field and tried to make plays that Daniel Jones didn't. But anyway, Pizzle, it's been fun. This has been episode 55 of the Giants Outsiders. And unlike my co-host who gets attached and catch feelings for these motherfuckers, I don't. I drop motherfuckers like a bad habit. So how I did Daniel Jones. I don't play that shit. All right. You know what I'm saying? I don't play that. I don't get attached. I get rid of motherfuckers. So on that note, we will see y'all next week. Y'all be safe, have fun. Make sure you play the plays that Pizzle and I told you to play and get this money.
Exactly.
And we will see y'all next week.